I think I'm starting to understand that Harry is, he's like a business model. Like Harry and Meghan and their story is a literal business model for the UK press in particular. Harry really is a part of their national story, as a part of the royal family and also individually just his whole persona and so on. It's a part of the story. They own that story in their minds. They feel that they own Harry and they own the economy of Harry. Like Harry is an economic juggernaut, really. I mean, what he does makes headlines. People click, people are interested, people want to know. And this is it's a money making machine. And they feel in the UK that that money belongs to the UK. It's their national inheritance in a way, right? Because they fed him, they bred him, they created him. It's because of them that him and his family exists. And you don't go take that to America or anywhere else and take it away from us. This is our bread and butter. There is a lot of that going on, right? But then on the other side, I mean, the way that they exploit him at this time, it's very, very, it's hard to wrap one's head around all the time because even though on the one hand he's an economy, on the other hand he's a person, and it's kind of like, why won't they just leave him alone? In a certain way, even Harry doesn't want to be left alone because it's an economy. I mean, when they talk about Harry, they push him further up in gravitas on a global. I mean, look, say what you want to say about Harry. He's stubborn, he's emotional, he's too candid. Maybe even for some people, he's reckless in some ways. But here's the truth, he's the only British royal right now with real gravitas on the world stage, right? Think about it. Who else in the royal family can walk into a room in New York, in Johannesburg, in Bogota, in Kiev, in Sydney or Beijing, wherever, and command instant attention in this way, right? And respect. And it's not just polite curiosity, it's actual interest that, especially in the British UK media, they're willing to fight to the draw to protect that as their sort of national um, asset. Harry's like their national asset, even when they're talking about him negatively, right? I mean, it's not William, it's not Kate, it's not Charles, it's Harry that is bringing in the money and shining the light on the UK right now, right? Harry's global image was obviously built over years, right? It's not through perfect press photos or palace briefings, but it was built through real things, right? His mother and his illustrious birth and his teen years and the challenges there and the military service and that smile and Afghanistan and him championing veterans with the Invictus Games and him following in his mother Diana's footsteps through landmines in Angola, pushing the conversation on mental health, which is still taboo in some corridors, but still pushing and connecting with communities from Nigeria to Colombia um, to America on issues that matter, right? I mean, it's Harry that's doing all of that, and his Britishness is shining the light right back on the UK because they really feel that it's not Harry's doing that, it's we who are doing that. We made Harry. We own him, right? We are the ones that get to talk about him and abuse him. Listen, the minute some foreign country starts to abuse or attack Harry because he is part of the royal family, you will see how quickly they turn on that foreign country. They really believe this is a part of the fabric of their nationalism, but it's very twisted, right? Because they also resent him because he chose a wife they did not approve of, right? But it's too bad because, in a strange way, Harry is and it was always the monarchy's and UK's secret weapon in the sense that, well, maybe not so secret. I mean, he was supposed to be the foil, the distraction, right? The cheeky, randy Uncle Harry persona. And this made him tabloid gold. This is money, this is economy. And in the process, it also gave Charles and William and William's children room to breathe, right? And so he pulled the cameras away from the quote unquote important people in the family. He took the hits, played the wild card, and charmed the world doing it, right? So he was like this really essential distraction from the monarchy, from the key players, from what they're doing, from their mistakes, their misdeeds, whatever. Harry was that foil. He was that distraction. And that foil is a necessary nutrient for the monarchy. And with it gone, it's like, not having iodine in your diet, right? And iodine is a necessary nutrient. Harry was the iodine for the monarchy, right? So when he walked away, he didn't just leave the family, he left a gap, right? One that the palace has yet to fill, and frankly, the media too, right? They can't fill it. William, for all his carefully crafted image, he doesn't stir the same global affection that Harry does. Charles, even as king, he knows he doesn't have the reach his mother had or that Harry currently has. He knows this. And William knows it, and the media knows it. I mean, this is why they hold so steadfastly to Harry and Harry's story with his wife and his children, even though he's, oceans away, right? William knows it, everybody knows it. And they quietly resent Harry, and that quiet resentment of Harry's popularity, the fact that, Harry is his younger brother, who, effortlessly captures hearts all over the world. It was always there under the surface, this resentment that William has for his brother, right? With Harry gone, William stands alone in the spotlight, and there's no foil, there's no distraction. And so the cracks are easier to see, his limitations are easier to see. The fact that he doesn't have the star power, even as king, I mean, even as Queen Elizabeth had star power. William doesn't have it, and neither does Charles. It is Harry who has it, right? And they all know this, right? Now, here's the bigger problem. If Charles were to die in the next 3 to 5 years, the future of the monarchy will rest entirely on Kate and William because their children are still too young. And we don't know if any of those three children will have any personality whatsoever, right? And so while William and Kate are beloved in the UK, quote unquote, right? Because what does that even mean? The global pull just isn't there. It doesn't match Harry's, and certainly Harry and Meghan together. People are not really invested, in William and Kate in that way outside of the UK. And for the UK to be relevant globally, they need to have something or someone that resonates, the way the Queen did. I mean, the Queen was an institution, right? Charles, I mean, with all due respect, he's a mere bridge, a mere pont, okay? And William and Kate, I mean, they're very polished, especially Kate. They're very polished, but they're just not magnetic. They're not magnetic. They don't have that pull that draws people in and keeps them interested, whether in the UK or abroad. And it's not enough to have a pull in the UK anymore. You have to have it globally for this monarchy to really mean anything. There are other monarchies in Europe, but nobody knows even their names pretty much. And that's what will happen to the UK monarchy if they don't have that resonance, right? And they know it. That's how they were able to keep it going because there was always a central personality to keep people interested. And right now it's lacking. It's Harry, right? And he left. The monarchy, for all its traditions, is still just a human drama, right? It needs personalities as much as it needs protocol. And Harry, whether we like it or not, is the strongest personality they have, which is why they can't stop shining the light on him. The smart move, as far as I'm concerned, is to find a way to bring Harry back into the picture, whether Harry wants to or not, even loosely bring him back, even symbolically bring him back, because the truth is, the royal family without Harry is a family with fewer stars, right? And especially after Charles is no longer there. They will have fewer bridges and, frankly, less relevance, a lot less, significantly less, with William at the helm on the global stage. Because William doesn't, I mean, and I don't say to hurt his feelings, but it just is what it is. He doesn't have that it factor, William, right? I'm sorry, William. So what say what you want about Harry, right? Right now, the monarchy needs him more than he needs them. And deep down, they know it. They know it in the UK media and all these people, saying there's no way back for Harry. It's like a reverse psychology. They are panicked. They're desperate for Harry. They go to the ends of the earth to follow Harry, to follow him wherever he goes, to talk about him, keep him relevant, keep him in the press, because this keeps UK in the press. The UK itself, as a country, as a nation, benefits from Harry's existence, Harry on the global stage, people talking about Harry, people seeing Harry. It reflects back on them. This is theirs, right? They want him and they know it. So